So basically, Poor Magazine is indigenous people led, poor people led, which was started right here by my sister and her mother when they were both living houseless here in America, as many of us have experienced, or we know people that have experienced that. What we do at Poor Magazine is basically we do media. We think that media is a powerful tool that right now is being used against the oppressed people, especially corporate media, where you have corporate media always talking about our people, but never giving the tools for our people to speak for themselves. And so we do journalism. We also have a web page where we publish articles. And another thing that
as a circle of landless, poor, indigenous peoples from many different places, we start by honoring our ancestors. Because those are the shoulders. So if you came as a special guest, introduce yourself and one line about your struggle or your privilege. Yes, I did say struggle or privilege in life. And introduce yourself, where you come from, who you is, however you want to say. But that has to be, as we say in Poor Magazine, media is inside of immediacy. So 60 seconds or less, folks. That's it. And then the time clock will go down. Then we'll go back around and get our special guests in the.
So my name is Chanel. I'm from Toronto, and I've organized sex workers, and I'm a second-generation sex worker myself. And I organize. I'm a formerly poor person.
I'm Terrellyn Woodfin. I'm a mother of two. I'm a singer. I am a poet. I'm a published poor scholar. Yes. I am currently working on 3 books at the same time, simultaneously, and with God's help and His grace and His mercy, I'll be published this year. With the other 3, I am currently, me and my family are currently living in an SRO, 1 room, $1,100 a month. It's a struggle, it's hard, but we're surviving.
That's it. I want to start with our Auntie Ish. And also Lauren, as many of you know, about what, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, a huge disinformation campaign started to fuel and fuddle its way into the corporate pimped media about how City College wasn't keeping up their books and this sort of weird haze of all this strange wrongness, right? Now, we did a little investigating, and we found out that City College, the accreditation board that runs, that gives accreditation to all the community colleges, it's called WASC, W-A-S-C, got taken over by some corporate interests. Corporate interests who had hands in pots that had to do with DeVry and Phoenix and all these private colleges that like to steal the little bits of money from poor people. So isn't it funny that suddenly there was a problem with the books? Anyway, long story short, a lot of our poor folks who are here, myself included, would not be alive without the privilege of having Ish and Lauren, who both work at City College, who are going to tell us what the real deal is. If you can get the camera on there.
Well, my straight job is I'm an educator activist at City College. And some of the teachers at City College included Tiny and Lori and June, but she's not here anymore, that all make up the foundation of Welfare Queens. And yeah, Queen, you came over and you taught too in one of our workshops. And what makes City College so beautiful is that we have courses on racism and sexism. And we have courses that if it wasn't for the chairs and the departments like Lauren, we wouldn't be able to grow and nurture kind of the needs that the community says these are the topics we should be dealing with. And right now, the attack is, we're going to get rid of the leadership, the elders of these departments to grow the kind of courses that are actually relevant. And so now, they're telling us after all the voters voted to, yes, we're going to support City College, they said now, because of all the lies, people think we're not open. So they're not enrolling. And we don't have any matching funds as a result of people not enrolling, because people think, oh, we're not accredited, you know, we're not legit, etc. But indeed, we are enrolling, so we're trying to tell folks, right, that if you can, we've got this great program like Each One Teach One that started as a result of students saying, we got to teach other students, like decal at Berkeley. And so we've got students teaching students now, and people getting money and credit. And this all came out of City College, right? Where students took grassroots reins and said, this is what we're going to do. We have courses in racism, racial and ethnic groups, classism, right? Homophobia, you name it. And I'm just so privileged to work with people like Lauren, who help nurture and birth some of these programs that no other four-year college in the country, or even community college, has in their program, and they want to shut us down. You know? So I'm going to let Lauren talk about robust. We need a robust enrollment. In other words, resist oppression and bust the lies and the myths and the rumors that City College is not there for the people, because we are, and they're trying to subvert and attack and close us down and make money off of us and pimp us.
Yeah, and I think you all also know about Isha's class, or if you don't, you should know about her class, is her Our Stories, which is a class in oral histories, a very powerful course as well. Just on Friday, there were 33 classified staff who received layoff notices. 2 of them are very dear to me. One had been a CalWorks student, is a mother of 2 from Georgia, and she is just excellent in her job. And she received this layoff notice, and the reason was, they were told, was because of lack of enrollment. And you know, we still have 2 more weeks to get our classes, and I know that that's not the real reason, but I want to take that quiver out of their arrow out of their quiver. And I feel like we have an obligation and a responsibility, not to the current administration, but to the people of San Francisco, for example, who voted 78% for Proposition 30 and 73% in favor of the parcel tax, which was for City College. So they're paying with their pockets for this school. They believe in our work and in what we do. The courses in interdisciplinary studies are all open now, and we have poetry for the people, trauma in the arts, which is music art, and literature responding to trauma like domestic violence and surviving from all kinds of different wars. We've got ethnic studies classes. We've just been starting a Middle East studies class, and it's getting its legs. And I fear that if these courses get closed in 2 weeks, they're not coming back, because they're not going to have the kind of people who want to shepherd them and care for them. We also we're teaching the diversity and social justice courses in San Bruno County Jail. We're trying to keep a pipeline going for people to get education, get job training. All of these courses are UC transferable, Cal State transferable, meet your graduation requirements, and they're all open, they're all available, and I'd love to just help people sign up tonight even. And in fact, we have a scholarship, and because I've been telling I have friends, colleagues, family members who say, well, I can't enroll, but I'll pay for a student to enroll. And so we have an interdisciplinary studies scholarship, and if you talk with me and you can't afford to take a class, I'll help you find the funding to take a class this spring. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. I brought a lot of flyers, and I would love to pass them around and have you tell people about them. I'd love to pack these classes. I'd like to show them enrollment like they've never seen enrollment. You know, just the other thing is, yeah, that's it. Okay.